Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, July 15th. Coming up on Cullman Today, this weekend's sales tax holiday. Gudger announces $24,000 in grant funding for the Gold Ridge community. Cullman County Schools adds 5 first-class pre-K classrooms this fall, and a partial road closure on 278. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Alabama families can save money on back-to-school essentials during the state's 20th annual back-to-school sales tax holiday, which begins at 12:01 a.m. on Friday, July 18th, and runs through midnight on Sunday, July 20th. During this 3-day tax holiday, shoppers can purchase certain school supplies, computers, books, and clothing free of Alabama's 4% state sales or use tax. In addition, more than 300 cities and counties across Alabama are waiving their local sales tax, including all local Cullman municipalities, giving families even greater savings. Although the sales tax holiday targets back-to-school shoppers, any consumer can benefit from the savings offered during the weekend. A wide range of items such as diapers, printer ink, flash drives, and art supplies are exempt during the holiday, so there's a reason for everyone to shop. Learn more about eligible items at www.alabamaretail.org. Senate President Pro Tem Garlan Gudger announced Saturday during the monthly breakfast sponsored by the Gold Ridge Volunteer Fire Department that he has secured $24,000 in grant funding for the community. According to Gudger's office, the funding, which came from Cullman County Legislative Fund, will be split over 2 projects and used to pave the parking lot at the Gold Ridge Community Center and the Gold Ridge Volunteer Fire Department. The source of the legislative fund is TVA payments in lieu of taxes to the state. Gudger said he is attempting to secure additional grant funding that will take the repaving project all the way to completion. His office said he's applying for a $30,000 grant from the Alabama's Mountains, Rivers, and Valleys RC&D Council. Those funds are appropriated by the Alabama legislature. Gold Ridge Volunteer Fire Department Chief Ryan Wisenant noted that the backing provided by public officials like Gudger helps his group protect the community from fire and fatalities. Cullman County Schools is adding additional pre-K classroom space to the district thanks to state grants as part of the first-class pre-K program. Governor Kay Ivey announced the grant winners on Friday, July 11th. Cullman County Schools said it is proud to gain 5 additional classrooms. 2 of the classrooms will be at Hanceville Primary School. This will be the first time Hanceville has been able to host a pre-K due to previous spacing issues. Welty, Harmony, and Good Hope Primary will also be gaining an additional pre-K classroom. Cullman County Schools Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett said that the additional 5 classrooms are the next step in a broader strategic plan for the system to be able to offer families free access to quality pre-K programs across the county. The City of Cullman announced yesterday that a portion of US 278 East will be closed today, beginning at 8 a.m., to allow crews to make emergency utility repairs. Traffic will be rerouted due to the closure. Westbound traffic will turn left onto 9th Avenue Southeast, then right onto 4th Street, and then right onto 4th Avenue Southeast, back to US 278. Eastbound traffic will turn right onto 6th Avenue Southeast, then left onto 4th Street, and then left onto 9th Avenue Southeast back to 278. The closing will last until repairs are complete. Officials ask you to allow extra time if you travel this way or take another route if possible. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Auburn and Alabama standouts are selected in first round of MLB draft. Sports is next. Welcome back. Let's jump into today's sports segment with some news from this year's MLB draft. Auburn's Ike Irish was selected by the Baltimore Orioles with the 19th overall pick, and Alabama's Riley Quick was chosen by the Minnesota Twins with the 36th overall pick. Irish becomes Auburn's 10th first-round pick in program history and the 4th under head coach Butch Thompson. He is also the 3rd highest drafted position player in program history, trailing only Frank Thomas and Gabe Gross. This year's draft marks the 51st consecutive season that Auburn has had at least one player selected, tied for the longest streak in the Southeastern Conference. Irish was a consensus All-American this season and led Auburn in multiple offensive categories, including average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, hits, home runs, and total bases. In his 3-year career, Irish recorded a batting average of .350, totaling 223 hits, 48 doubles, 39 home runs, and 167 RBIs. He is the 5th player in program history to amass at least 200 hits, 45 doubles, 35 home runs, and 150 RBIs, joining Frank Thomas, Josh Etheridge, Todd Faulkner, and Gabe Gross. Crimson Tide pitcher Riley Quick became the 6th first-round pick in Alabama history. The Alabama native is now the 3rd highest pitcher drafted in program history. Quick was named a second-team All-SEC selection as a starting pitcher in 2025. He appeared in 31 games over 3 seasons, including 15 starts, and posted a 10-4 record with a 3.72 ERA. During the 2025 season, Quick produced a 3.92 ERA across 14 starts, recording 70 strikeouts. Alabama has had at least one player drafted for 47 consecutive years, dating back to 1979. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, 3 new graduates from Cullman County Drug Court, Holly Pond's Figueroa makes adaptive national debut, what to know about Alabama Black Bears, and an East Side Park Community Forum. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Cullman County Drug Court recently had several participants of its program graduate. Cullman County District Judge Chad Floyd said he's very proud of the accomplishments of each of the successful graduates. Floyd said the participants in the program have the following 4 things in common. They're human, and as such, they made a mistake. They were caught making said mistake. They admitted their guilt, and they took ownership of that mistake. According to Floyd, the program boasts a proven track record of helping folks achieve and maintain their sobriety. Holly Pond student Daniel Figueroa recently traveled to Grand Rapids, Michigan to participate in Move United's The Hartford Nationals, his first adaptive nationals meet. Figueroa competed Sunday and Monday, July 13th and 14th, running the 100 and 200 meter dashes. Figueroa is known for his positive attitude and athleticism, as well as an adaptive athlete. He's a T44 amputee and says he is fully focused on indoor and outdoor track his senior year, with his goal being to make a name for himself and for the Holly Pond community. The Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries Division is currently working with Auburn University to conduct research on black bears within the state. This information will help with future black bear management practices for the state's growing population. In recent years, black bears have steadily immigrated into northeast Alabama from northwest Georgia, with sporadic bear sightings also documented in other areas throughout the state, which may indicate that Alabama's black bear population are slowly increasing. The Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources says the future of Alabama's black bears lies with its citizens. Proactive measures taken by Alabamians can avoid creating situations that could encourage bears to become habituated to humans. Measures like placing trash outside on pickup days and not leaving it out overnight, removing deer and bird feeders at the first sighting of bear activity, feeding pets inside, storing grills and smokers inside when not in use, and never purposely feeding a bear. Cullman Parks Recreation and Sports Tourism is holding another community forum, this time on Eastside Park. The forum is a chance to share your ideas, hopes, and feedback on upcoming renovations and help shape the future of Eastside Park, whether it's new playground features, walking trails, gathering spaces, or something completely new. The forum will be Thursday, July 17th at 6 p.m. at the Omniplex with Mayor Woody Jacobs, City Council members, and the Parks and Recreation team in attendance. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at your weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Memorial service for Gregory Dion Graves, 61 of Hanceville, will be at 2 p.m. Saturday, July 19th at Refuge Church. The family will receive friends from 12 to 2 p.m. before the service. Benny Dale Strong passed away on July 11th. His ashes will be placed in the Arlington National Cemetery Columbarium with military honors at a later date. A celebration of life will be held at Antioch Baptist Church in Fairview on July 26th at 2 p.m. with visitation at 1 p.m. Lisa Ann Sandlin, 62 of Falkville, passed away July 13th. Funeral service will be at 2 p.m. Wednesday, July 16th at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel with interment in Powell's Chapel Cemetery. Visitation will be Wednesday at the funeral home from 12 to 2. Onzel Dale Hayes Duran, 90, passed away Thursday, July 10th. A graveside service will be held Saturday, July 19th at 2 p.m. at New Hope No. 2 Baptist Church. Kenneth Arch Glasscock passed away July 13th. Visitation will be Thursday, July 17th at Oak Level Baptist Church beginning at 9:30 a.m. A celebration of life service will begin at 11 a.m., followed by burial with military honors in the adjoining cemetery. Annie Irene Graham passed away on July 7th. Funeral service will be Wednesday, July 16th with visitation. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. today will be sunny with a high near 92 and heat index values as high as 100. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 72. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 93 and a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 72 and a chance of showers and storms. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.